Happy Friday, boys and girls. Today we are working on, if you look on Friday, we are working on plural nouns. So you'll remember that plural means more than one. So if we have a noun, like the noun cat, we only have one cat. To make it plural, that means that we have more than one, which would be two or more cats. Now, when we have a plural noun, it usually ends in S or ES. But the S and the ES can make different sounds. Sometimes the S sounds like a S, like in cats. Sometimes the S sounds like a Z, like in dogs. And sometimes the ES sounds like Ez, like in foxes. It sounds like a EZ-ez. Take a look at this word. Let's read it together. Hat. Now to make this plural, we will either add an S or an ES. What do you think? Right, we're going to add an S. It's not going to be hattes, it's hats. So when we add that S, does the S make a Z or a S sound? Let's listen. Hats. What did you say? It makes the S sound. Was that like cats or dogs? S, like cats. So we'll write it underneath. Cats. Hats. Good job. All right, let's turn this singular noun, one kid, into more than one. So if we add an S at the end, we have more than one kid. We have multiple kids. When we say kids, what do you hear at the end? Kids. What did you hear? Did you hear the Z sound, kids? Sure did. Therefore, we would put it under the Z, like in dogs. Kids. There we go. What about? We've got the word lunch. This is just one lunch. That's a singular noun. To make it plural, we need to add an ES or an S. What makes more sense, lunches or lunches? That ES makes more sense to say lunches. So if we had the ES, what does that say at the end? Lunches. That's right. Easy, just like ez, like in foxes. So we would write lunches under our ez because the ES is making the ez sound. How about plane? The singular noun we want to make into more than one plane, so we want to make it plural by adding our S. Planes. What do you hear at the end? What is that S making? Planes. Where would we put that? In the Z column, right? Just like dogs. We would put planes under Z because our S is making the Z sound. Now we have wish. One wish, but we know that a genie will grant us 3 wishes. So we want more than one. We want this to be plural. So we're going to add our wish. It can't be wishes. That, not going to flow off our tongue. Wishes. What is our ES making when we say wishes? It's making our ez sound. So we would write wishes right underneath lunches. Let's make our noun step plural. So here we have a singular noun, step. That's just one. We want to have more than one step. So we'll have a plural noun, which is steps. It's not step-ez, it's steps. And what do we hear at the end when we say steps? What do you hear? Just like in cats, we hear the steps. Here's our next one. We have the word ranch. A ranch is somewhere you might live that has a lot of horses and cows and stuff like that. So if we want to live on more than one ranch, we'd make it plural by adding our ES. We want to live on multiple ranches. What do you hear at the end of ES? Ranches. Where would it go? You got it. Ranches. Ranches. Good job. What about this one? We have a bike. We want more than one bike. We want to make it plural by adding a S. We have bikes. What's that S making? Bikes. You got it. It's making the sound just like in cats. And let's do one more. I wonder where it's gonna go. We are going to take this singular noun, just one egg, and we want to have more eggs because we're super hungry. Let's add our S at the end and let's say it. Eggs. You already know where it goes. It's under that Z sound. Eggs. Now you're going to do this in your workbook. So you can tell on your schedule that you're going to do 15.2, which is right here. So we have cats, dogs, and foxes, just like I had on the board, and those are crossed out for you. You have a few more words to read. I want you to read each word and decide whether the S or the ES at the end is making the ES sound, the Z sound, or the S sound. Now remember, these aren't going to be equal. You might just have one here and three here. On our board, it was pretty equal, right? But on this, it's not necessarily going to be equal and pretty. It may be very uneven. So do your best work, show me, and on homeroom, and we will read our next story after you do this awesome page. All right, it's reader time. Go ahead and get out your reader, turn to your table of contents, and find the next story after In the Storm Shelter. Looks like today we're reading The Visit. Go ahead and find what page that's on and turn there. You will find when you read the story that we'll see our N sound spelled with a K-N, like in knapsack. You'll see our S sound spelled with our C, like in nice, place, and exercise. Notice it's not the C-E making the sound because that E in place and nice are magic. So the I and the E are working together to make the I say its name. We'll have some two-syllable words like frisbee, sunscreen, and flip-flops. And some three-syllable words even like exercise, exercise. 3 vowel sounds in that one, exercise. We'll have some vocabulary words that you may not be familiar with, like the word cove. Cove is a small area of ocean partly surrounded by land. There'll be the word wade. So if you wade, you walk through water. So to wade is just to walk through water. And the word yelping, that is to make a quick, high-sounding cry. Puppies like to yelp. Like that. That's yelping. We're actually fostering a little puppy right now, and it likes to yelp a lot. Yelp, 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 yelp. Oh my goodness. Yelping. All right. When you finish your reading, you are going to be turning to, where is it? 15.2. No, 15.3. The Visit. That is on page 75. You have 3 questions to answer, and you know the drill. Use your neatest, nicest handwriting, check your cops, and answer in complete sentences. You got this. Send it to me on homeroom. I can't wait to see it, and enjoy. See you later.